We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with GNS. It continues to push up higher. It turned out to be one of the stocks we mentioned early on this morning in our morning brief, as you see there popping up on the screen. And it nearly went up from when we mentioned it in the pre-market, about 20 to 30% plus within minutes to an hour, guys. And you can gain access to that by joining us. And GNS is not the only stock that was experiencing volatility and pulling back in the second half of the day. The overall market in the SPY did as well. And our SPY bot at 12:45 p.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with GNS stock holding itself up, trying to hold support above 360, 350 area. We're going to talk about the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Netflix bot. Our Netflix bot at 12:30 p.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 300% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with GNS doing a full transition from the dip area on white with red borders from 42 vision to the rip area on Friday, and continuing the rip area today, and now coming back down to dark green with red borders. If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with GNS doing a full transition from the dip area to the rip area, as I stated earlier in the video on Friday. Getting a bull indicator around 225, getting these inflows to cross over, and today is the first time we see outflows cross over, guys. In the second half of the day, after those inflows try to pick back up at the bell from around 384, 370, all the way up to 470, it actually has slightly pulled downwards, and outflows were starting to dominate, but they had not crossed the midpoint just yet, and they did here in the after hours. This is going to be crucial to see if the bulls can reappear and bring it back up, or will the bears bring this even lower and pull it away from the midpoint to the downside, right? So the stock actually had a move up today on news, as you saw there earlier in the video when I posted the morning brief that we mentioned this morning, when we mentioned GNS in the pre-market, and it had news on who they appointed, right, to go ahead and be part of their council and what's going on with the stock right now. So this is critical, the levels we're at with these outflows crossing over towards the end of the day, not just on the 30-minute, but also here on the 15 minute. But it's really close, right? It has a chance for these inflows to try to come back up. It is under a bear indicator here on the 15 minute at around 390. And I'm going to share with you guys the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. And apart from this pullback and these outflows crossing, there's a lot of things going on that can stir up volatility going into tomorrow and the next day with Jay Powell speaking, right? Indirectly. It doesn't mean it has to directly affect the stock, but indirectly, the overall market is going to be pretty volatile, and that is something to not ignore, right? So the first thing I would look for here is the 1 hour, right? The 1 hour is starting to get these outflows, but they have not crossed the midpoint. It's under a bull indicator since 218 when those inflows crossed over on Friday, hit highs here of 427, came back down in today's pre-market to about 350 to 370, popped up to highs here and new highs higher than Friday's at 470, 480 mark, came back down, and it's trying to hold itself up above 350 and 370 area here in the after hours. I would love to see these inflows versus outflows slow down, kind of level off, and turn green if possible to go ahead and reflect that strength back into the chart to retest newer highs or previous resistance levels, right? That's going to be crucial and for this bull indicator to hold, because if these outflows cross, right, going into tomorrow or the next day, and they go ahead and break through that midpoint, break through key supports of 350, 340, then we can quickly start to see that weakness reflect into the chart and possibly even cancel on the 1 hour this bull indicator with a possible bear indicator, right? So that is something to not ignore. Now, on the 30 minute, the first thing I'll be looking for is for these inflows, as we're really, really close there to the midpoint, to cross back up. And not just that on the 30 minute, but also here on the 15 minute time frame. And if this bear indicator can get canceled by a possible bull indicator, reflecting that strength into the chart with these inflows crossing on the 1 hour, staying above, crossing back up on the 30 minute, and crossing here on the 15 minute, guys. Now, I'm going to share with you guys the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow to the upside and to the downside. So the first thing is, if these outflows continue to the downside and pull away from the midpoint as well here on the 15 minute to the downside, and this bear indicator continues to hold true, well, the first support that I'm watching is 350. Then below that is 330. And then comes the $3 mark, guys. Those are the key levels I'm watching to the downside. And to the upside, if these inflows can cross back over, it's really close to the midpoint there, and reflect that strength into the chart and hold this bull indicator strong, the first resistance is 420. Then above that is 480, guys. And then comes the $5 plus mark, which we'll need to reanalyze and see what's going on there if we reach those levels again. That's going to be critical to the upside, and we want those inflows picking up as well here on the 15 minute. Cancel out that bear indicator and get a bull indicator in the process as that strength starts to reflect into the chart. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.